Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Today we're having a look at a flashlight that you guys have recommended, and I'm genuinely glad that you've recommended this. So to the people that did, thank you very much. This is the Spirus, and I hope I'm saying that right. Spirus. This is the EST SE tactical flashlight. This is brilliant. I wasn't sure about this when I first saw this. However, I've changed my mind massively. I think this is excellent. As far as EDC kind of pocketable flashlights are concerned, I think this is one of the best that I've tried this. I mean, we're only 3 months into 2026 so far, but I'm gutted that it's took me 3 months to make some content on this. So let's turn the camera around and take a closer look at why I think this is an awesome, small, pocketable torch flashlight. Now we will have a quick look inside the box. The box is fairly simple as far as boxes go. You get, in here, you get your instructions, and then you also get like a bag of gubbins here. So there is a USB Type-C charger in here, there's a small lanyard and extra little bits in there, and then you get your instructions. It's a fairly simple kind of unboxing as far as that's concerned. Some of your big number details in here. As far as the size of this is concerned, it's really small. Look at it, it fits perfectly into your hand. Now as far as carrying this or pocketing this, where's my little slip gone? So this is, I'm guarantee you've all seen this several times. I've got my little, Leatherman in there, and then I've got, which you can see, one did get a little bit burnt because I left it on once by accident, but so this fits in perfectly with here. So if you've got things like your Olight i5T, very similar to that, and it just fits in. Now, as I was saying, so with those sizes, are we just going to focus there for a second? No, we were. Okay, so as far as your sizes is concerned, it comes in at 93.4 millimeters, and the width of this is 19 millimeters. Now, it says it gives you two 19 millimeter widths, one for the head and one for the barrel, but it's the same. It's 19 millimeters. Constructed from a fairly typical construction. It's made from aluminium. It's a 6061 T6 aluminium. So it means, one, that it's reasonably tough, but also it means that it's reasonably light as well. So with the battery in this, it comes in at 60 grams. Without the battery in this, it comes in at 40 grams. Super small, super light, fits so well into your pocket. When it's in your pocket, you just don't even realize that it's there. It's that small and nice. I'm going to glow a lot about this. I really am. I really do like this light a lot. And again, thanks for you guys for recommending that I should check this one out. As far as the colours, I believe there's only one colour of this. Now I will triple check it, and apologies if it is different, but I believe there's only one colour of this, and this is the black colour that you can see here. It's got a very kind of tactical kind of look to this. But it uses like a lot of them does. It uses like a hard anodizing process to do this. As far as your IP rating is concerned for your dust and water, it's IP68 or IP68. The 6 is for its dust rating, which is 6, which is the highest that you can get for consumer electronics, and 8 is its water rating, which again is the highest that you can get for consumer electronics. Now, if I unscrew the end here, it's very simple tail cap. The tail cap is also where your button is, and then on the inside here you have a 14500 battery. Now 14500 batteries also look very similar to a AA battery, and that's correct. So if you run out of battery and you just want a hot swap, then if you've got a couple of these 14500 batteries, then you can. Now, as far as 14500 batteries are concerned, I have tested this with 3 other 14500 batteries from other manufacturers. This isn't proprietary in any way, shape or form. They've all gone in, they've all screwed on at the back, and yeah, they've all just worked. But hopefully you'll notice, so on the outside of here there are no charging ports. The charging is all done via the battery itself. So here on the end there is your charging port. It's a reasonably small battery, as you'd expect from a 14500. It's 920 milliamp hours. So as far as charging this, it doesn't take long to charge, maybe an hour or so tops, and then yeah, you just kind of drop it back in. Now, as far as everything else is concerned, so looking into the again, just make sure that's in focus. The business end here, it's got a reasonably nice LED in here as well. So again, I'm trying not to keep comparing this to the Olight, but with the Olight, they have their own LEDs, and people complain about them. People are like, oh, I wish it got a better LED kind of module in there. So this one uses the luminous the SFT25R LED, which is a nice LED. The light that it produces is clear and light, but it's also a good quality light as well. There's not a lot of color distortion around the edges. Has a really nice warm spot in the middle, which is great. You've got a maximum of 1,500 lumens from this on its kind of its highest end, which really does beat a lot of other lights in this small form factor. Yeah, really nice. Now the bit that I miss is, so there is a pocket clip on here. The pocket clip it's a bit weak. I will say that. It could be a little bit stronger, but as I say, with all of my pieces of content, I keep the pocket clips on here just so that you guys can see that it's got a pocket clip on it. I'm not a big pocket clip fan, and I always take them off. It's not particularly difficult to take off or put back on again. But yeah, it is a double one as well, so you can put it in this way, but you can also slip it in that way. I'm sure that's what she said there somewhere. But yeah, it could probably just be a little bit stronger, but I'm not really complaining all that much. Flat reflector in there, clear glass on the front, and then this end, this is your button. This is all of the operations is done through the single tail button on here. It won't tail stand because the button's there. There's no recess for it. There's no kind of bits that protrude. Again, for this kind of light, I'm not bothered that it doesn't tail stand. But yes, so it's all done through here. Now, when you first get this, you'll be confused by this just as I was. It has a double stage button. So there is a half press, and then there is a full press. So with a lot of other lights, you'll do a full press to turn it on. Now, with this one, if you do a full press, it will put it onto its strobe mode. So as far as tactical lights are concerned, there are a lot of lights out there where you have to do a triple, or I don't know, whatever press you've got to do to get it into its strobe mode. With this one, for a small wee pocketable light like this, its tactical credentials are pretty good. Yeah, so if in a pinch and you need to, you just do a full press, and this is going to shine your full 1,500 lumens into somebody's eyes. If you want to do a turbo, there is a direct to turbo, and that is hold down to the half press and you get a momentary turbo. So you can shine that into somebody's eyes, do whatever it is that you need to do. As you release it, it will turn off. It is really nice and simple, just like that. But you might be thinking at this point, well, how do I do the other modes? Well, to do the other modes, you just do a quick half press. So a hold half press is your instant access to turbo, whereas a half press and release will give you access to your normal modes. Now with your normal modes, so I just need to pick up my what's it for a second, because you have, so you have a low, medium and a high, and then you also have an eco mode. Now the eco mode with this is the one that I've been using the most, and I will say that the eco mode on this is great. We will, by the way, have a look at this in the dark, so you know, don't worry, we will have a look at this. To get to the eco mode, you do a double half press, and there is your eco mode. Now if you want to get to the kind of the normal modes, you do your half press, so we're now on high. If I do a long press, it will put it onto low. Another long press will put it onto medium, and another long press, well actually I just turned it off then, didn't I? Let's put that back on again. Now the memory on this, it doesn't remember, so if I put this down onto low, if I turn this off now, give it a few seconds, like most lights, if there's a memory, you want to make sure you give it a few seconds just to make sure. If I put this back on again, it will put it back onto its high mode. Now, I think it would be nice if it had that memory so it would remember those, but as I say, double press, put it onto its low mode, and the low mode on this is actually quite nice. So with a lot of other low modes, a low mode or an eco mode, sorry, the eco mode tends to be like maybe 1 lumen or half a lumen. The eco mode on this is 10 lumens, which doesn't look like a lot now during the day, but when it's dark, 10 lumens is a good amount. And I think for EDC, a lot of the time, you're trying to find something that you've dropped, plus probably I'm trying to find where I've left my keys. My keys are in my bedroom. I don't want to wake Mrs. Moorlander, so I've got it on the eco mode, and 10 lumens is perfect to be able to find something, whatever it is that I've lost. But one of the other things I really like about this, and you're not going to see this now, which is a real shame, but if I turn this on, this tail cap is illuminated, and this is how you know how much battery that you have left. So when I turn this off now, it glows green and will glow green for a few seconds. Now again, you can't see this now, which is a massive shame, but you will see this in the dark in a second. But what that means is as well, for people that are the type that may drop something and think, damn, where did that go? Because now you don't have a light and you can't see where it is that you dropped it. It will stay green for a few seconds, so you can find it, pick it up, and then go, wow, I'm glad that little feature's on there, because now I can find things. Plus, it's really cool. The fact that this glows, I know people are like, oh, that's just a little gimmicky thing. Yeah, I like gimmicks, but you know when you need to recharge this, because that will stay green, but when you need to charge this, then there are different colours on the end. And again, it's just perfect for you knowing when you need to recharge this. Now, I really do need to show you this green end, so let's fast forward, let's go down to the fishing pond and let's see how this works in the dark. Well, it's quite a light night tonight, but you should still be able to see this because, as I mentioned before, it's reasonably bright for a small little torch like this. So going through the settings or the different luminosity modes again, I can do that double press, which gives me instant access to the moonlight mode, or it's like super eco mode. I've had quite a bit of water, quite a bit of rain, so the water in the fishing pond's up quite a bit. It's only just less than this jetty, but hopefully here you can see 10 lumens on its eco super low mode. Does a great job. I've said this a lot, but 10 lumens, or at least on the eco low modes, I use them more than I used most modes, mainly because it's just trying to find stuff in the house and not trying to disturb Mrs. Moorlander. But usually with an eco mode, it's kind of around 1 lumen, maybe 5 lumens max. But with this, it's 10 lumens, and yeah, you know, it does a great job. Now I can do a long press, and now this will take me up to its low mode, which is 100 lumens. So 10 times the amount. See into the distance there, you can still see a good distance, and then on the opposite side, now I will say, as I mentioned, it's a reasonably light night tonight, so this is a tree we look at a lot. It's about 10 meters away. On the opposite side of the lake, there's another tree which is roughly about 20 meters away, but on its low setting, 100 lumens does a very good job. Now another long press will take us up to the medium setting, which jumps from 100 lumens all the way up to 300 lumens. So bringing this back around here, hopefully you can see that. So there, it does have a very warm spot. Turn that 45 degrees to the left and back, 45 degrees to the right and back. You can see that the spill around there has a reasonably good defined spill. If I go back down here again, there's a little ornamental waterfall there. And with the 300 lumens from this, does a great job of lighting that up. And bring it back again, do a long press. This takes us up to high,
which is 600 lumens. So that little waterfall there, very easy to see. This tree is now completely lit up, and those trees on the opposite side, very easy to see. And there we've got the little heron in the middle. Now with the normal settings, if I do half a press with this, it comes on to high. A long press, there's your low. Another long press, there's your medium, and another long press, there's your high, which was the 600 lumens that we looked at before. Then a double press. Oh, sorry, a double press. That's your what is this? This is your ultra low, your eco mode, where you can get instant access to its turbo mode by doing a momentary half press whilst it's off. And this is your full 1500 lumens. Sorry, I'll let go of it for a second. That tree's lit up, you can see onto the opposite side, and there you can see the heron in that little fishing pond in the middle. I mentioned this before, if you remember. So if I turn this on, turn it back off again, there's the green light on the end, which makes it very easy to see. In fact, let's turn this on, turn this off again, and put it down there on that little bench. You see I'm 2-3 meters away from it now. So if you did drop it and needed to be able to find it, yeah, it's just very easy to be able to find. Now what I thought I'd do, and let me just find this in my pocket. Let's take a step off here just to make sure they don't fall through. I did mention about the i3 or the i5T. So again, I don't want this to be like me hating on Olight, because I really do like this light. It's a great little light. But with the i5T, so I've got this on at the moment, which is on its low mode, which is 15 lumens. I can turn it off and back on again, and then this puts it on to its higher mode, which is 300 lumens. So let's turn it off. There's low mode on that tree, back on again. There's your 300 lumens. It's got a very wide kind of hot spot in the middle, a very diffused light, whereas on its low mode, or its ultra low mode, this is 10 lumens, whereas with the i5T it was 15 lumens. But you know, I can go on to 100 lumens, I go on to 300 lumens, I go on to 600 lumens, or if I turn it off and do that half press, then I've got 1500 lumens. Not to also forget that with the EST SE, you've also got that full press, and then you've got the what's it as well. And there we are again with that little green afterglow on the tail switch there. So yeah, although they're very comparable lights, it really isn't much of a competition at all. The EST SE does an incredibly good job with the LED and the different options that it's got in exactly the same form factor that the Olight has. So there you have it, the Speras EST SE flashlight. I genuinely do, I freaking love this. Just for the fact that if you're after small pocketable EDC lights, now some people might want something bigger with a bigger punch, some people might want something that's got more battery. If there's a downside to this, the battery does go down a little bit faster because it's got that punch, it's got what you need for your, if you're just out every day and you're just using the kind of the lower light modes, this will last you a long time. But if for some strange reason you do need to use this tactically, the higher modes always suck the life out of batteries. Let's face it. So, I mean, I'll go round about on that one. But this is great. I've shown you this little pocket slip that I keep everything in. Just having this in here, my Olight, since I've had this, the i5T, I just haven't touched it. I genuinely haven't touched it. This is a worthy replacement, and I feel really bad because I do like Olight products. There's nothing wrong with Olight products whatsoever. This is 100% a worthy replacement to that. I do think it's better. I genuinely do think it's better, and for the price as well, these aren't particularly expensive.
Now I did leave some, actually while we're talking about that, I did leave some notes at the beginning of this, the little kind of footnote there. So this was sent to me free of charge from Flashlight Go. I've worked with them several times on different pieces of content. They're a retailer for different light companies, so that they don't have any specific bias towards things. They got in touch and asked if I'd like to look at a different light, which is a new one that was being released. And from the feedback from you guys saying that I really need to have a look at this light, I said that light does look cool, but a lot of people have been talking about the Speras EST SE, and they're like, yeah, cool, we'll send you one of those, because they supply these. So yeah, a huge thank you to Flashlight Go for sending this my way, as I do with a lot of other companies that I work with. Generally, they just ask for some good, honest content, and hopefully that's what you've got here today. I try to stay unbiased. Now, there's no sort of biases that I have with Spirus or anything like that, but hopefully you might see from my enthusiasm why I like this light so much. And as I mentioned, so since I've had this, I flew with this to, obviously I couldn't take my knife with me to Germany whilst I was on the plane, but I flew with this to Germany with me, and it's just been brilliant. I freaking love it, I really do. As far as EDC Pocketable lights is concerned, it's an absolutely awesome choice for 2026 if you're after a small pocketable AA battery flashlight. So yeah, so there you go, Speras EST SE, sent to me from Flashlight Go. I'll leave all of those links below. I'll leave some of my social media links below as well, so you can see more from me here on Moorlander EDC, and my sister channel, Moorlander Tactical, where I look at more kind of everyday tactical items. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. Now, as we usually do, we'll have a look at some measurements, some kind of, Now, as we usually do, we'll have a quick look at some measurements. No, we won't. And cut. I don't think I got much wrong in the bloopers. Did I? I don't know. Today's choice of warm beverage is the beverage of champions. You guessed that right. It's hot Ribena. You just can't go wrong with hot Ribena. It's awesome. I bloody love it. It's what wakes me up and gives me the energy and vigour for the day. Warm Ribena. Anyway, yeah, I think I did pretty good in there. I don't think there's very many bloopers today. I don't think. Anyway, I'm not too sure. Obviously I'll see when I'm editing. Not sure what day this is coming out. As always, I'm filming several pieces of content. It feels like a midweek piece of content, so it probably will anyway. Yeah, so I hope you're good. I'll see you all soon. Have a great week. Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget, last Friday of every month is Beer and Gear live stream. I pick a theme, sometimes about a specific item of gear, drink some beer and chat about stuff, life. Yeah, Beer and Gear, keep your eyes out for it, and maybe your ears. Beer and Gear, it's usually the last Friday of every month. Yeah, live stream. Cool, sweet. See you in a bit. I'm gonna go now. Alright, see you in a bit. Love you, bye.